Well, guess what, folks? I'm alive. Hold on a minute. Doesn't appear my equipment's in the same place I am. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on, but I think my voice is starting to sound funny. Ha 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 ha. I can be funny when I want to be, you know? Really, I can. It's just that, I don't think this world's ready for any kind of humor, good or bad, right now. I don't like it there. Do I like it over there? No, I like it over here. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can see me. Well, you don't really want to see me anyhow. If you really wanted to see me, you'd go to a regular video or something because live I'm not that good looking. The video puts it, the camera is putting on weight on me. I can tell you that right now. I've lost about, well, they call it kilos down here. So 2 kilos in the last couple of weeks. And, the video shows me I'm looking fatter, like I got a big lump over where here. Well, I do. Uh, what can I tell you now? It's a pretty messed up world out there now. The straits that I can't remember the name of, they're pretty much closed, so oil prices are going to keep going through the roof. They're over $100, even though they released the reserves and everything. That didn't do a damn bit of good because the oil company. Let me explain this to you, okay, so you understand it. Oil companies don't give a shit. If the price goes up, they don't want it to come down. If they can make money off of oil that they haven't even given sold to anybody yet, you know, they're going to do it. It's called windfall profits. And every time something like this happens, they make more money than God. That's a usual. I don't know whether God's got money. I mean, or whatever's going on up there, but that's an expression. One of those that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Because they tell you shouldn't pray for money, but if God's got money, then let's let him share it. I mean, I don't understand that situation. But that's another one of those private things, that you have to be on the inside to understand. What's going on now? Oh yeah, it's a mess out there, folks. I don't know what to tell you. At Hexit is screwing up all over the place. Gnome's gone. Patel's in hiding. He's next to go, I think. But the point is, one of the things that's really, really bad about this war, it's all the domestic abuse and crimes that are going on in the United States, but especially those committed by ICE and other officials. This is because I don't even think ICE is getting paid anymore. I don't know how that worked out. But they're not being trained, I can tell you that, and they're not well trained, those that are trained. And apparently, from some of the articles I catch, they're like the old filler articles. They just show up. Those are the ones and in this day and age, you really can't tell if they're true or not, because of all the stuff going on with AI. So anyhow, I'm sitting here going, this is getting strange, man. And then you've got who was the Pat Bondi or something? Oh no, the press secretary was talking about a draft. Well, if they draft people, I got a couple of people I'd like to send right away. You can recall people, into the military. They ought to recall Hegseth into the military, into the army. Well, they ought to recall you. I'm 80 years old, dude. I couldn't hold a rifle right now. Let's shoot it. You know? So I ain't going nowhere. I don't see my friends anymore. I've lost all my friends. Oh, what am I to do? What am I to do? I'll have to go see the wizard. I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh, God. And Hegseth is just over there insulting those people. He's like Trump. He likes to insult people, especially military. He doesn't understand the concept. Fortunately for the military, because Hegseth would be probably in control of ground operations. There are no ground operations going on right now. Excuse me. But it wouldn't make any difference if they were. Trump would take credit for it. So if they were good, and he would blame whoever he could if they were bad. And then everybody else would be blaming everybody else. That's the way it is. Shit goes downhill. There's a whole lot of shit going downhill. Sooner or later, one of those guys is going to get whacked. When I say whacked, I mean fired. You can't say whacked anymore without people saying, "What are you going to do? You going to shoot somebody?" No, I ain't going to shoot anybody. I can't see to shoot somebody. You know that? I used to have this great vision. 2010, they used to call it, and I could see an ant on a tree 100 yards away. Now I can't see the tree. Never mind the ant. I don't know what's going on right now. I keep moving my head and everything gets blurry. There must be something going on with the camera lens. Or the camera. I gotta buy a new camera anyhow. Not real. I can't do a lot of things with this one. I can't do zoom in on things that I wanted to zoom in on. I gotta get up and move things. And there's not real lot of focus. I can blur things, but I don't want you to see that. That gets really crazy. There she goes. My lovely wife. I don't know where Lucy is. Lucy slept up against my shoulder last night. She was scared about something. I don't know what she was scared about. Probably a thunderstorm, but she woke me up when she moved in. So, and then we stayed that way the rest of the night. I wasn't gonna make her move or anything. And she didn't wake me when she got up in the morning and left. So I guess that's she's a good dog. But it seems the older she gets, the longer she stays around me, the more skittish she gets about thunderstorms and stuff. And we're supposed to get some. There was one come this morning when I was walking back with Lucy, and I have to walk down the hill to the house, and I'm looking across the valley. Coming across the top of the mountain is this pitch black cloud. It doesn't look good. The wind's starting to kick up. This thing's stacked up to the, you know, this thing goes up to about 50, from the looks of it, up to about 50,000 feet. And then the next thing I know, as I come back down the hill and I make the right to go down the hill to the house, as I do that, by the time I get to the little patch of woods where we sit and talk in the morning, it's nothing but blue sky. It just evaporated. It's the most. That's it. This is the most amazing weather systems you've ever seen in Colombia. Really. I don't know if it's just this. I shouldn't say that. I used to see systems similar to this at Lake George, New York, when I used to stay in The Hague up in Lake George, because this is similar in the shape. It's a bowl I live in. I got mountains all around me, and I'm not. I'm halfway up a lot of the mountains. So they say like towns around 8,000 feet above sea level. So for a kid that was born 250 feet below sea level in the city of New York, in Park Avenue Medical Center, which is actually below sea level, which I never realized. It's down here, and you drive by it. You drive by like the fifth floor or something like that. It's crazy, crazy, crazy shit. That's Long Island for you. Long Island's like that. You know, I lived on Long Island. Not too many places. There she is. What's up, kid? Huh? You all right? Okay. You okay? Lucy's here. That's little Lucy over there. She's got that look on her. Dazed and confused. She's trying to make up her mind what part she wants to scratch or chew. There she goes. She's going to lick instead. All right, so you got people losing their mind, including me, apparently, from based upon the way this direction this video is going in. But you have Hegseth is out there. Trump is not really present all that much, and I don't know what's going on there. Or did you see the story where Iran was going to attack the West Coast? Well, that'd be a little hard to do, considering they don't have a navy. Their navy could never get that far. Okay, so I don't know what they'd be planning on attacking with. Unless they're going to do one of the Japan tricks and balloons over. They did that in World War II. They actually had a couple of them land up in the woods, apparently, but none of the explosives ever went off. Very unsophisticated situation there. But, Iran's technically savvy. They could build something to drop it on the West Coast, but I don't know, they don't have a submarine that's effective. I think there was a submarine, but they shot it to pieces. So, don't know what's going on. But they said they were going to attack California. And, of course, the Oscars are panicking. Everybody's getting upset, hiring more security, I'd be hiring the most technologically advanced security experts in the world if you're going to go up against the Iranians, because they hire them. They hire them, they do a job, and then they disappear. But that's that's business in the East. So what else is happening today? Hot, humid. A lot of bad storms in America, too. I saw one where they showed the hail. It was like that. Oops, like that. The size of a hailstone. Now, I never experienced it. Marble size was the largest I've ever seen. And you didn't go out with that, and you hoped your car was in the garage. Although back then, when those cars didn't dent very easily. You take a 58 Buick Roadmaster, and it probably could take on a Sherman tank. That front bumper was solid steel. It was an I-beam. It was really ridiculous, the weight of those cars and the structure of those cars. But you could play cards in the back seat. You could set up a roving poker game in the back seat. Just take out half the front seat or something. Woof! Wow, they were big inside. But once they started putting aluminum and stuff in it, everything became crushable. So they left air as a cushion, and and they started making them smaller. Obviously, the wheelbases were smaller, but air is also used inside there as a cushion. That empty space that allows the collapse is used as a cushion to stop the metal from getting to you, theoretically. But I've seen the results of 60 mile an hour crashes broadside. And depends on the vehicle, depends on the height of the two vehicles. But in most cases, you're going to get hurt pretty bad, But where you going? Oh, okay, she's comfortable now. I had to repair my headset, my ear, my what happened here? Oh, I took it out. It was ripped already. Yeah, but this was this was the headphone I had to replace, and it's pretty cool. It's got you can't see it here. What it is you just clips into the frame, and so does the centerpiece cushion. You can replace that. So basically, I'm saving a lot of money with this outfit. You know, I'm sorry if I offend some country someplace or somebody somewhere, but that's it. You know. Okay, well, let's see. I think I'm done. Now, this was a real wandering post, you know, and I like these wandering posts. Somebody showed up late today. That's okay. Better late than never, you know. And besides that, you know me, I'm never on time. I never know what time I'm going to start. I had a choice this morning. It was like it wasn't quite 11 o'clock, but it wasn't enough time to do a posted video before 11 and then get this done at a reasonable time. You know, even though it's just 12:11 now, it was a little bit different then. Anyhow, go find a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. All right, and you get your notifications about me and whatnot. You know, and if I'm doing, I'm looking up. I got to figure out how to do these shorts, and if they're long enough for me to bother hooking up my video and everything like that. But as I said, I also have to look at cameras and stuff and see if I can find a different camera. All right, the one in the video. I don't use the one on the computer because that's too easy to hack and turn on when you're in bed with your girlfriend doing that weird position you saw in the Kama Sutra. Yeah, you better check make sure your computer camera isn't on. All right, folks, take it easy. Have a great day. Hit the subscribe button. And I will talk. I'm going to go do a posted video now, so I'll talk to you. I'll probably see you over there, maybe, or I won't see you over there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this whole shit out, you know, and it's not easy. You guys take it easy. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.